Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another big meal prep day for the week for both my husband and I who follow a calorie deficit, as well as our two girls who are 6 and 2. A few fun options for them to have for snacks and breakfast. I got today's meal prep started last night when I put together my one-day sourdough bread recipe, which I will link a video for in the iCard above. During my shaping process, I added in some cinnamon and raisins, let it proof overnight in the fridge. So first thing this morning, I'm popping this into a 450-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 30 minutes inside my covered Dutch oven. And then I'm going to remove the cover and bake an additional 15 minutes before I pull this beautiful loaf out and let it rest on the counter for 2 hours before cutting into it. My girls love to have this bread on hand for a snack after school, or even in the morning for toast for breakfast, coupled with some fruit on the side. I am more of a savory egg girl when it comes to breakfasts in the morning, so another breakfast prep I'm making for my husband and I this week are some bacon, egg, and cheese egg bites. They're really easy and you can use as many or as few ingredients as you want to really customize them to your preference. The base starts with 10 eggs, a 1/4 cup of water, and a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Another great way to make these nice and fluffy is to substitute out the water and cream for 1/2 cup of blended cottage cheese. It also adds an extra boost of protein. I just didn't have any at home today and we were making what I have in the fridge work. I also gave a nice big pinch of salt and a little bit of garlic and onion powder. And then I whisked the eggs and spices and everything together really well. This morning I fried up some crispy bacon and I gave some to the kids for breakfast this morning while I let the rest of it cool down. And now I'm gonna chop that up into little pieces, and that's also going right into our egg batter, but not without a visit from my bacon taste tester. So I got that into the egg batter and whisked it up until it was all incorporated. And then you can use a muffin tin or any sort of a silicone baking dish. Oh, you wanna use that one? You wanna make some heart egg bites? Okay, we'll make them hearts. We have this silicone heart pan left over from a Valentine's from a few years ago when I made some special treats for the family, but it's like the perfect size for these egg bites. They are gonna puff up a bit in the oven, so I don't wanna overfill these too high. I like to leave a little bit of space at the top, and then I add about a tablespoon of shredded cheddar cheese into each of the wells and give that a quick stir with a fork just to make sure everything is inside the egg mixture. I also love using this recipe to make egg patties to go on top of either bagel sandwiches or English muffin breakfast sandwiches. So I also pulled out that silicone baking sheet. This one is the perfect size, and because all of the bacon and cheese is already inside of the egg mixture, I just gotta pop these on a toasted English muffin and my breakfast sandwich is ready to go. I baked these at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes until the egg was set all the way through, and then let them cool completely, because once they're cooled, they pop right out of these little silicone molds. So easy, they're not falling apart, really easy cleanup as well, which is nice. And it's a great breakfast for Josh or I. They're easy to take on the go. Mix them up a little bit into breakfast sandwiches if you want throughout the week, or eat them simply as is with fruit on the side. Our cutie little heart egg bites. What do you think of your eggy, bud? Is it cute? It's so cute. She was asking where the bacon was. We put it inside, remember? We mixed it all up. It's in there. They're nice and fluffy on the inside. To store, I laid a paper towel at the bottom of one of my lock and lock airtight containers. This will keep them fresh, but will also wick away any extra moisture.
I'm making mini muffins.
Banana mini muffins?
Yeah.
Yum! So next on the meal prep list, we're making some banana mini muffins, right? I feel like all kids love those, what are they called? The Little Bites muffins. My girls have had them when we've traveled and stuff, but they're so easy to make at home. This one is seriously only a few easy ingredients. I have 3 way overripe bananas. Oh, thank you. Did you do that one for me? Yeah, we're getting messy in the kitchen. That's okay. So 3 overripe bananas that we popped into our bowl. And mash, mash, mash. Mash these until they're good and mash down all the way.
I can't mash them.
Okay, I'll help you. Can I help?
No, I can do it.
Oh, you can do it, okay. This might take some time. There you go. Mommy helped a little bit too. And this is how we keep this recipe fast and simple. We're using 1.5 cups of the Kodiak protein pancake mix. And 1 cup, oh, good job, of water. We're gonna mix this up and see how it goes. We can add a little bit more water if it seems too thick. Okay, buddy, keep it in the bowl, okay? You wanna have a turn?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go, your turn.
Okay. God.
Good job.
I'm still in it.
Yeah, mix it real good.
Need a dough, too.
Big circles, show me big circles. Big mixing circles, good, big mixing circle. And the store-bought ones taste very like almost cupcake-like. They're more cupcakes, I feel like, than muffins. So we're gonna add just a little tiny splash of vanilla.
Yep.
Tiny, tiny splash. Okay, yep, good job, just like that. And then to make them really taste like the store muffins, what do we add? What are those, Nor? Sprinkles.
I need more.
You need more. Yep, sprinkle it in there, buddy. There wasn't much left in this container. We're adding like maybe 1/4 cup. Okay. Good job. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, man.
Sorry.
That's okay, buddy.
I got eat
Well, adventures in baking with littles. All right, and once our confetti muffin batter's ready, I have a small cookie scoop. I have these linked in my description box if you're looking for some good multi-size cookie scoops. They're great for muffins and portioning things out. These small ones are the perfect amount to get that 3/4 full well in your mini muffin pans. Once you got all your wells filled, this is going into a 375 Fahrenheit oven for about 12 minutes until a toothpick pulls out clean and they're set all the way through. For lunches this week for my husband and I'm gonna be making some buffalo chicken salad. I'm keeping this quick and easy by using some cooked canned chicken, but you can also use shredded rotisserie chicken. I drained the chicken and then put it in a large bowl. I then added 1/2 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt and about 1/4 cup of some Duke's light mayo and 1/4 cup of some Frank's buffalo sauce. This is the wings version. And we love blue cheese in our buffalo dip, so we're putting about half this container of blue cheese crumbles in as well. Give this a good mash and stir it up so all of the chicken chunks kind of shred into flakes and that sauce is all combined with all the ingredients. I'm also going to slice up some fresh scallions and add that to the dip as well. Since my canned chicken is all cooked, you can eat this cold, which was actually how my husband preferred to eat it. Or you could heat this up and it's more of a traditional buffalo chicken dip. I divided it into my meal prep containers, and to get 4 servings out of this, I got about 200 grams per container. To go with the buffalo chicken salad, I'm just chopping up some fresh veggies. Today I have some cucumbers I'm slicing along with some celery stalks I'm cutting up into sticks, and we also had some baby carrots home. I'm putting these in some little plastic Ziploc bags. That way, whether we choose to eat the dip hot or cold, you can always just remove the pouch of veggies to heat the container in the microwave. And then we also have these individual size bags of tortilla chips as an additional side to use with the dip. I had some veggies left over from this meal prep, so I grabbed my flour veggie tray container. We eat so many more veggies when everything is already prepped for us in the fridge. So I popped all my extra veggies into these individual containers, which are nice because you can pull them out, wash them, and refill them as you go throughout the week. And then for our dip, I'm just gonna make some Greek yogurt ranch. It was about 1/2 cup of yogurt. I added a tablespoon of ranch seasoning powder, gave that a stir. You can always add water to thin it down to your preferred dip or dressing consistency. Poured it into the center compartment, and now we'll have this ready to eat veggie tray for sides with dinners or for snacking on during the week. Prepping my veggies reminded me that I had not yet prepped some of the other produce I purchased at the store the other day. So in a cold water vinegar solution, I am rinsing my grapes. I like to remove all of ours from the stem for easy grab and go. I also bought a large package of these green onions, which I used in the buffalo dip recipe. Whenever I buy green onions or scallions, if they have the roots connected at the bottom still, I find the best way to store them is by placing them in a glass with a couple inches of water. You can trim off the tops and use them as you need them for recipes, and they'll continue to grow new shoots. For dinner tonight, I'm getting this chuck roast in my crock pot. We're making Mississippi pot roast. Before adding the meat to my crock pot with all of our seasonings and broths and things, I am going to pat it really dry with some paper towel. When you pat your meat dry, you get a really good sear, and we're gonna sear this on the stovetop before going to the crock pot. I know using a crock pot is so nice and easy, but taking the few minutes to sear your meat on all sides before you add it to the crock pot really helps develop flavor and does so much for the texture of the meat. So we're doing the extra step today. I patted it dry and then we're seasoning heavily with some salt and pepper. I have a pan on high heat with some avocado oil in it, which is a great oil for searing because it has a high smoke point. Add the meat right in there and give it just a couple minutes on each side until a nice golden crust develops. Once nice and seared on all sides, don't forget those edges too. I went ahead and put my chuck roast in a crock pot, and then I went ahead and just chunky diced up one small onion. I'm adding those big chunks right into the crock pot. And then I'm gonna add about half a package of baby carrots. Love the texture of carrots when you cook them in a crock pot with a roast. They're so sweet and delicious. You can also add your potatoes right into this pot, either small tiny potatoes or just diced up like the onion in nice chunks. I'm actually gonna keep the potatoes out because I'm gonna be making some homemade mashed potatoes on the side. So I just have some onions and carrots in there along with our meat. And then for everything else, I'm doing 1 packet of onion soup mix. You can use au jus gravy mix too if you prefer, but I saw a lot of people recommend this way, so I'm gonna try it out this time. Then we're adding in ranch seasoning. You can do 1 packet, or since I have the larger container of it, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. Add in half a stick of butter, 2 cups of beef broth. It's gonna be half of this container. And then I think the traditional recipe, you use peppercini peppers. I happen to have mild banana pepper rings at home. These are very similar. These tend to be a little bit sweeter, whereas the peppercinis are a lot spicier. Because I'm making this for my family, I don't want it too spicy. So I'm actually gonna use probably about half this jar of the juice in there, and then a good couple tablespoons of these banana pepper rings in there as well. And just kind of get everything in the juice and broth. You could cut this butter up if you want, but it doesn't really matter, it's gonna melt. All right, and then because it's already the afternoon, I'm gonna cook this on high for the next 4 to 5 hours. I'll try and flip the roast over about halfway through and give everything a mix as we go. But yeah, in about 5 hours, we're gonna have one delicious smelling roast all ready to eat in our crock pot. Well, yesterday was a super busy day of meal prep, but I realized the only thing I didn't get around to prepping yesterday was something sweet. And I always need to have something that's healthy and sweet and a good go-to option on hand for the week so I stay on track. You guys know I love my Ninja Creami ice cream machine. I love making protein ice cream and frozen yogurt. But now that we're heading into winter, my mind doesn't usually go to ice cream and frozen treats as a dessert. However, now I'm thinking about all these holiday flavors I can try, and something I found back in stores, which sometimes I can't find this year round, it's only at the holidays, I can find easily the reduced calorie Swiss Miss packets. I love these packets. They're so good and flavorful, even though they're the reduced calorie version. I love sprinkling some of this in a coffee to make a low calorie mocha. So I figured, why don't we try an ice cream version of this? Why not try a frozen hot chocolate using a Fairlife chocolate protein shake and a packet of Swiss Miss reduced calorie hot cocoa powder. Sometimes I worry that the powders that I add into Ninja Creamies when I'm just mixing them straight into the jar don't fully incorporate well. So I'm actually gonna take 1 packet of the reduced calorie Swiss Miss hot cocoa powder, and I'm mixing it with 1 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. This is going to help give that creamy consistency to the frozen treat. A lot of times I'll use a banana instead of Greek yogurt, but I didn't want any banana flavor in my hot chocolate. So plain non-fat Greek yogurt is a great swap when you don't want any sort of banana flavor. It helps make the frozen consistency of a protein shake more creamy. Otherwise it can turn out kind of icy. So we're just gonna mix this together really well. That is an unexpected 2-for-1. This Greek yogurt mixed with the reduced calorie hot cocoa mix makes a hot cocoa dip. I would dip fruit or graham crackers or gingerbread cookies in this. Or just eat it like yogurt. That's so good. Once mixed up, I added that to the bottom of one of my Ninja containers, and now I'm just adding in 1 chocolate Fairlife protein shake. And again, we want this mixed up so all the yogurt and chocolate protein shake are kind of one cohesive mixture. You could add a pinch of cinnamon or even a little pinch of cayenne to go for like a Mexican hot chocolate kind of vibe. I stuck to the original today, but once that's all mixed, I added my lid, and this is gonna go into my freezer for at least 8 hours or overnight, and then we'll be able to try out our frozen hot chocolate. So I'm gonna put those in the freezer, and hopefully in one of my next what I eat in a day or vlog videos, I will show you the creation and how they turned out. I'm actually going to try spinning those in my Ninja Creami on the frozen beverage setting. I'll have to add some more protein shake for the liquid or even some water, but because it doesn't have as much fat with the protein shakes, I don't think that running a milkshake setting will work as well. But hopefully by doing that, we'll get that perfect frozen hot chocolate drink texture, and I can see myself drinking these all winter long, even though they're ice cream. All right, so that's gonna wrap up today's meal prep. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed my weekly meal prep. Subscribe if you haven't yet, so you can see at least the frozen hot chocolate recipe in my next video. But also because I have a whole month of Vlogmas and new fun holiday recipes and holiday adventures with my family coming up to share with you guys. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when my next video goes live. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, bye.
I always do.